Hey guys, how are you doing? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 6 ways to make thousands in finder's fees every month consistently. A lot of you will probably have noticed that I show you payments that I get quite regularly. Like even while I was away last week on holiday, I made over 7,000, 7,500 pounds in finder's fees. And obviously, I had those finder's fees payments coming in even while I was not in working, like I do. I was just away, literally not really doing much work. And the reason I got some finder's fees payments coming in, because they were just on the back of work that I'd done from basically planting seeds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the six main reasons how I am making, or 6 reasons how you can make thousands in finder's fees every month consistently by doing these 6 things. All right. This is the stuff I'm teaching in my program, and the only way you are going to make finder's fees regularly each week, each month, is by doing these 6 things. All right. And doing them consistently. If you do them consistently and you do them long enough, play the long game and do it long enough, you will make thousands each month in finder's fees, guaranteed. All right. So number 1 is grow your connections. And that is not something that you do one week and then next week you don't do it, and then a few weeks later you make a few more connections. No, you've got to be making connections pretty much every day. All right, even if it's a couple or 10 or 20, you've got to be making new connections each day. All right, or if it's not each day, at least several times a week, but definitely every single week. And the great thing is about making new connections, it's something that you can easily do. It's free. You can make connections online with businesses or with people. All right, you can do it. You can reach out to a business online, or you can reach out to people online through LinkedIn, through Amazon, eBay, Facebook. LinkedIn is my main method because obviously these are people who work for companies. So I'm connecting with a few people each day, 10 to 20 people each day using different methods. And once I've got that connection, I'm going to nurture that connection. All right, I'm going to warm them up to reach that point where they're going to offer me some surplus inventory that they have in their business or the business that they work for. All right, but that is something that you've got to be obsessed with when you come into this business as a professional finder. You need to be growing your network. All right, that is a must. That is a necessity in this business. It's got to be obsessive, all right? And it's easy. It doesn't take long. It takes minutes a day to make a few connections. It's not something that takes forever and ever, or it's not a time-consuming thing. Making connections, not at all. That's the easy part. The easy part is making connections, is building your network. That is the easy part of this business, guys. All right. Number 2 is nurturing your existing connections. So you don't just make a connection and then they don't hear from you again. What you are doing is you are building lists of connections that you are going to be emailing and keeping in contact with. And same with connections you make on LinkedIn. You're going to be emailing them and you're going to be keeping in contact with. Any connection that you build over the months and years whether it's, you're going to be building thousands and thousands of connections. You must keep in contact with them all of them, even if they don't even offer you any surplus, because a connection you've made a year ago, if you stay in contact with them every few months, they're going to remember you, and they're going to offer you some surplus inventory. When they have some available, they'll remember you because you've kept in touch with them. So as well as growing your network and building new connections, it's very important. The important bit is actually keeping in contact with these connections that you make. All right, it's just a simple email or simple message on any of the platforms that you can reach them on. You might have got them into WhatsApp, just message them on WhatsApp. You might have them in your mobile phone, text them. You might have them in an email list, email them. You might have them in LinkedIn, message them in LinkedIn. It doesn't matter, but just, you've got to keep in contact with all your network. All right, there's no point, and this is the big mistake that a lot of people make, there's no point having a network of contacts, of connections, if you're not going to keep in contact with them. This is a big mistake that a lot of people make. Not particularly in this business, but like on LinkedIn, for example, people like making connections, but they don't keep in contact with them on a regular basis. They'll connect with someone and then that's it. They don't even reach out to them again, basically. And that's the wrong thing to do. The whole purpose of building a network of connections is to keep in contact with them. That is what creates money in the bank at the end of the day, by keeping in contact with your network of connections. The money is in the lists. The money is in the network that you have. That is where your money is, in your network. And if you're not going to keep in contact with them, then you're not going to make much money. All right, so that is important. You've got to nurture those connections that you make. Number 3, product ideas. A lot of people kind of just sort of throw darts in the dark almost. Like they're just sort of guessing what to go and look for. What surplus should I go and look for today? What type of products should I look for? What type of surplus product category should I go look for? You need to spend a bit of time each week studying products, research on different products within different product categories, because it gives you ideas. It gives you lots of ideas of what types of businesses to go and look for and what type of connections to go and make. I can make a connection with someone, or a bundle of connections I can make that are specific to a product that I've just come across, that I've just found, and think, yeah, that looks interesting. I'm going to go find a load of businesses that sell that product, and I'm going to reach out to those businesses, and I'm going to see if they've got any deals, if they've got any surplus goods in their warehouse they want to get rid of. I do a lot of product research, through Amazon, through eBay, through online retail stores, not general stores, but specific stores. If I want to really like go deep into a product category, I'll find an online store that sells just that product category. Like for example, a DIY store. I'll go onto a DIY store online, and I will delve into their product categories and their sub-product categories and their sub-product categories. And I'll really deep dive into that industry and look at all their little different products that they do. And it will just give me lots of ideas on what type of surplus inventory I want to go look for. All right. Number 4, listen to what buyers are looking for. And here's the thing, guys. When you come into this game, it's not just about finding surplus. All right, it's not just about being a finder and finding surplus. Yeah, without finding the surplus, you're not going to make any money. However, it's good to spend a bit of time each week or each month connecting with some potential buyers. All right, I'm not saying that you're going to sell to those buyers. All you're doing is you're reaching out to buyers and you're saying, what type of deals are you looking for? What surplus deals are you looking for right now? Like, what products are you looking for that you want to, you're trying to buy cheap, you're looking for a deal on? And then it gives you ideas, it gives you product ideas when you reach out to a potential customer or buyer. If you can find inventory on what that buyer is looking for, then all you're doing is you just connect that buyer with that inventory that you found, and that's it. So you're kind of halfway there. You're 50% of the way to making your finder's fees, because you're already looking for something that someone is actually looking for right now. They're in the market for that type of product right now. All right, so don't kind of make guesses on what you should go and look for. It's good to try and find some buyer connections. I'm not going deep into how to find buyers. All right, that's in my program. That's for another time. But there's buyers out there on Google, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Amazon, on eBay. Like, there's buyers everywhere who are looking for deals. Like, right now, there's people looking for cheap deals. They're looking to save money. They're looking to sell goods to the consumer at a discounted price. Everyone's looking for a deal, all right? So you've got to ask the question. You've got to say to people, are you in the market? Are you looking for any deals? Are you looking for any surplus deals? Do you buy clearance? Do you buy excess? Do you buy slow moving stock? Do you buy anything surplus related? Are you looking for any deals on one-off surplus stock deals? Oh, right, okay. What are you looking for? And they'll tell you. I get it every day from people in my LinkedIn Messenger asking me, can you find this? Can you find that? I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And I say, right, okay, yeah, leave it with me. I'll see what I can find. I get it nearly every day from people, all right? So these connections you make on LinkedIn, don't forget that you can always ask them, even if you're looking for surplus inventory, you can always ask them, are you looking for any surplus inventory? Okay, what are you looking for? What type of products are you looking for? You've got to ask people. All right, you've got to ask questions, get into conversations. This is how it works as being a professional finder. You're just networking and getting into conversations with people, and you start picking up information. Does that make sense? All right, number 5. Number 5. So this is an important one as well, guys, because as I said at the beginning, you'll see that I make a lot of consistent money. I'll make consistent finder's fees or, profit from flipping deals myself. I buy and flip pallets of goods myself and make money. Plus, I connect businesses and make finder's fees. All right, I'm doing both methods. But I'm making money consistently. And how I'm doing this is by building a pipeline and keeping that pipeline big. All right, what I mean by pipeline is when you receive a surplus inventory offer, all right, you put that in your pipeline. That's in your list. All right, that's an offer you've received. And then when you get another offer, you put that in your pipeline, and that's another offer received. And then you keep getting these offers coming through, and they go into your pipeline. And what we're doing with this pipeline is we're processing these offers. We're processing them. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are ugly. All right? The ones that are bad and ugly, we're going to remove or, you know, we're going to just probably pull out of that pipeline because it's just no good. And then the ones that look promising, the ones that look like they've got potential, the ones that look like good offers, we're going to be pushing those offers out to our buyer connections. All right. But what we've got to keep doing is we've got to keep maintaining that pipeline to a good size pipeline. It's no good having a little pipeline with only 2 or 3 offers. You're not going to make money. All right. What you've got to focus on as a pro finder is you've got to focus on getting these offers coming in. All right. If you're not getting those offers coming in, you're not making enough connections, or you're not reaching out to enough businesses, or you're not keeping in contact with your existing connections regularly enough, or you're just building connections that are just poor quality. You know, there's different reasons why. All right, a lot of different reasons why. But you've got to maintain your pipeline. If you keep a big pipeline of, let's say, 20 to 30 offers, all right, surplus inventory offers, 20 to 30. If it's like that size all the time, you know, so there's one's been removed, but when there's one's been removed, you're adding new offers, all right? So that's how you keep that pipeline big, because you're removing them, but at the same time, you're adding new offers that are coming through. That's how you're keeping a big pipeline. If you've got a big pipeline consistent through the year, you will make consistent money, all right? You'll make consistent money every month. And finally, number 6, again, another highly important thing is, I see this problem with a lot of guys that come into my program, is that they basically don't show up. They just don't show up every day and do something. You know, they're doing a bit one day and then they might have a day or two not doing it. Maybe they're in a 9-to-5 job, so they come home and then they can't be bothered. Or, you know, they might have made a bit of money and then they just sit back for a few days because they've got a bit of money. They've made a bit of money. But what you've got to do is you just got to show up each day and be intentional. You've got to be intentional, all right? Be intentional, meaning plant seeds. Planting seeds means, like, it doesn't necessarily mean making some money. It just means that you're being intentional, doing something where it's going to make you some money in the future, like building some new connections, all right? Mailing some old connections, studying some product research, and then building a list of companies that sell that type of product. You know, showing some goods to a potential buyer that you could connect with, you know, the seller of the goods. Just be intentional and proactive each day. I'm not telling people to do it like 8 hours a day from 9 to 5. Even if it's an hour or 2 hours a day on a night or whatever. But be intentional and proactive and show up and just keep planting seeds. And some of those seeds that you plant will come to fruition. And that's how it works in this game. You know, planting seeds can mean emailing a new contact, keeping in contact with them, and then 6 months later, they offer you some surplus inventory that ends up being a deal and you make money from. That is being intentional and planting seeds, all right, and showing up. So, guys, that is 6 ways to make, to make thousands in finder's fees or flipping pallets of deals each month consistently. If you stick with those 6 things that I've given you, you will make money. If what I've said resonates with you and you are interested in coming into one of my coaching programs, I've got the entry-level one called Finder's Fee Secrets, where you learn to become a professional finder, where you go out and source inventory from businesses all online, all right, and you get paid finder's fees. Or if you want to learn the whole thing on sourcing, buying and flipping pallets of goods all by yourself with no money down. I've got my higher ticket coaching program. You can find these in, if you go on my profile, you can find a link to the trainings, and then you can book a call. Or you can get the Finder's Fee Secrets ebook if you go on my Facebook profile, or if you click the link in the comments, you can get some more information as well, guys. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you again very, very soon, guys. See you soon.